She-da-da-da. Close your eyes. Take a deep, steady breath in. And out, dot, dot, dot. Let the weight of the day melt from your shoulders. Feel yourself begin to soften as if wrapped in a warm, silken blanket of night. You are safe. You are calm. And you are welcome here in a quiet corner of imagination where time slows and dreams begin. The world outside may still turn, but here, in this moment, only the gentle rhythm of your breath, the hush of the wind, and the glow of candlelight matter. Let the cool night air drift softly over your skin, carrying the scent of damp earth and crushed leaves. Let each sound, each image draw you deeper into peace. As we begin our tale tonight, our story begins in the stillness just past midnight. A soft mist clings to the air like lace, and the moon hangs low, round and luminous, cast in silver trails across an ancient stone garden wall. Beyond the wall, nestled deep within the velvet dark of the woods, lies a curious greenhouse, glass-paned in a glow, not with fire, not with torches, but with the tender, golden shimmer of living light. The greenhouse belongs to an old alchemist, a quiet man with parchment-thin hands and eyes the color of smoke. His name is forgotten by most, whispered of in places where science meets silence and mystery stirs behind closed doors. But his work, his garden. Each night, when the world is hushed and asleep, the alchemist steps into his garden beneath the stars, runes traced in silver that hum faintly when moonlight hits them just so. His greenhouse is unlike any other. The glass is etched with old symbols. Inside, rows upon rows of strange and beautiful herbs sway ever so slightly, though no wind dares enter. Some leaves glow faintly blue, others emit a soft pulse of gold. Their fragrance is both earthy and otherworldly, like cinnamon and starlight, like moss and forgotten dreams. The alchemist moves among them with reverence, his slippers whispering across the stone floor. He carries a brass watering can and hums an ancient lullaby under his breath. Not just any plants grow here. No, these are transmutation herbs, cultivated from lost seeds, carried across deserts and seas rumored to help turn lead into gold. To awaken the secrets of the philosopher's Mercury, the mythical essence thought to bridge the physical and spiritual world. The ancient alchemists believed it was not just a metal, but a living spirit, one that shimmered between dream and matter. The alchemists believed too, but he no longer chased gold. Not for riches, not for power, but for understanding. In the farthest corner of the greenhouse is his most precious creation, a single, tall vine wrapped lovingly around a trellis of rosewood. Its flowers open only at midnight, their petals shaped like stars, with centers that glow with an amber light. He leans in close, breathes in the centani and Ashan smiles. A-H-H-H ... You're awake tonight, little one. He takes out a leather-bound book and gently scribes a note with a raven feather quill. 9th day of the moon's waning. Starglass blooms open again. Glow stronger than previous cycle. Philosopher's Mercury infusion holding steady. As he writes, the greenhouse crackles softly with the warmth of a tiny hearth set into the stone wall behind him. It's a strange fire not made of wood, but of herbs and minerals that hiss and spark in shades of lavender and green. This hearth is burned for 30 years, never once extinguished, and from it rises the sweet smoke of marjoram valerian and crushed lavender lulling any who breathe it toward slumber. He tends his fire with care, feeds it a pinch of powdered moonstone, and stirs the coals with a twig of rowan wood. Then he returns to his table cluttered with flasks, curled parchment, and dried blossoms, and pours a draught of glowing liquid into a small glass vial. The elixir catches delight, swirls like molten gold, but it is not gold. It is possibility. Possibility. suspended in liquid thought, ... The very thing ancient alchemists gave their lives to find. He holds the vial to his heart, then places it reverently into a padded chest filled with moss and silk. Each night, one more drop, one more step closer, outside the greenhouse. The wind sighs gently through the trees. A soft hoot of an owl echoes in the distance. But here, within these glass walls, Tom Slow. The alchemist sits in his wicker chair, pulls a heavy shawl over his shoulders, and watches the plants pulse with life. He speaks to them, sometimes not with words, ... but with thoughts. And they answer. He swears they do. Not in voices, but in sensations. Warmth on the skin, a tingling in the fingertips, a sudden memory that feels ... place to the garden. You see, is more than just a place of growth. It is alive as you or I, breathing ... whispering ... remembering. Long ago, in the days of cloaked guilds and secret scrolls, alchemists were seen not just as scientists, but as keepers of sacred mysteries. They believed that all matter, stone, flesh, and soul could be refined, purified. That deep within even the dullest lump of lead shimmered a hidden light. They called this hidden light the prima materia. And to reach it ... was to awaken the divine within. That's what the alchemist seeks. Still not treasure, not immortality ... but harmony. Balance to listen. So the hour grows late, but the alchemist does not measure time in minutes or hours. He listens instead to the rhythm of the garden, to the flutter of moth wings brushing against glass ... to the slow exhale of the warm soil beneath his slippers, to the soft, silvery drip of dew forming again upon the leaves. He rises once more and extinguishes the last of the candles. One by one, their golden halos vanish into wisps of smoke, but the plants still glow, soft as a heartbeat, steady as breath. A light fog drifts through the cracks in the greenhouse's frame, curling like incense through the air. And just then, a strange stillness descends. Not silence, ... No, but something older than silence. A deep hush, ... like the earth itself is listening. The alchemist kneels in the center of the floor, over a worn sigil etched in chalk and crushed gemstone. A circle of unity, a reminder of the old belief. Greater than as above, so below, ... as within, so without. He closes his eyes and places one hand on the warm stone tiles, the other he places over his heart. And for a moment, nothing moves. Then, a gentle pulse stirs the air. Not from his chest, but from the garden itself. The philosopher's vine trembles, its amber flowers opening wider, releasing a breath of golden pollen that swirls and dances through the air. Carried by no wind, drawn instead to the alchemist's circle. It spirals down like stardust, coating the lines of the sigil, settling upon the backs of his hands and the fold of his robe. The garden is offering him something. A memory, ... a gift, perhaps a dream. And he whispers softly, barely audible. Thank you, old friend. He rises slowly, with the care of one rising from a sacred moment. He does not take more than he needs. He never has. Instead, he returns to the hearth and adds a final pinch of rose quartz dust and lets the flame die with the fading of the stars. One by one, the plants dim, their glow retreating gently, as if tucking themselves in. The chimes in the doorway grow still, and outside, the first pale hints of dawn begin to stir at the edge of the horizon. The alchemist, weary and content, steps out of the greenhouse into the cool air. He looks up once at the sky at the final stars flickering out, and murmurs a quiet benediction to the night. Then he walks slowly back toward his stone cottage at the edge of the woods, each footstep soft as a falling petal. The garden will sleep now, and so will he. And you too may rest now, dreamer. Let the loss of the night wrap gently around you. Let the garden's warmth remain in your heart. Let the whisper of old leaves lull you, and the breath of ancient alchemy hold you safe in sleep. For here, in the hush between dusk and dawn, the truest magic is peace. Good night. Sleep deeply. Dream well.